Quarter-inch bend shoes on numbers 1, 6, and 7. Bends on numbers 1, 6, and 7. 6 minutes to post. The field for race number 1 is coming out onto the track. Quarter-inch bends on numbers 1, 6, and 7. Bends on 1, 6, and 7. The main track is fast. Post times in 5 minutes. Post time in a minute. The field for race number 1 has made its way to the starting gate, and it's post time. We're waiting for Queen's Warrant and Keen Dancer. They're in the gate. And they're off. A little bit of an awkward start there for Know-It-All Audrey. Doc Rock shows first. Keen Dancer and Noli Temeria there as well. Wicked Lady between horses, and down at the rail is Carragate. Know-It-All Audrey's recovered from the awkward start. Our Captivating has one horse beat, and that is Queen's Warrant as the field comes out of the chute and onto the oval, led by Doc Rock, engaged by Carragate from the inside. These two through an opening quarter of 23 and 4, length and a half back to Wicked Lady, who's third. Noli Temeri's outside fourth. Know-It-All Audrey's moved up a spot into fifth along the inside, length and a half back to Our Captivating. Keen Dancer outside of her, 4 lengths back to Queen's Warrant, who trails the field. They make their way up the backstretch to the half-mile pole. Carragate's put her ahead in front of Doc Rock, who battles back through a 48 and 3 half mile. Noli Temeri 4 wide. Wicked Lady between horses. About a length and a half separates the top 4. Know-It-All Audrey's under a ride in fifth. Our Captivating sixth. Long way back to Keen Dancer. And Queens Warrant trails the field midway on the far turn. Doc Rock back in front of Carragate, who battles back along the inside. Wicked Lady in the offing in third, through 3/4 in 1:14 and 3. Doc Rock, Carragate's not done yet. She battles back along the inside under Javier Castellano. Down the center are Captivating. Carragate takes the lead back away from Doc Rock at the 8th pole. Wicked Lady are Captivating down the center. Carragate needs a wire. Here comes Wicked Lady. Here comes our Captivating. Carragate, our Captivating. Carragate saved by the wire. A neck to the good of our Captivating. Wicked Lady was third. Final time for the mile was 1:41 and 4. Number 1, Carragate finished first. 6, our Captivating was second. 5, Wicked Lady was third. And the 3, Know It All Audrey was fourth. Returning to the winner's circle is Carragate. Carragate is a 2-year-old daughter of Arrogate out of the Loiron mare, Carry Me Away. Carragate is a New York bred, owned by Richard Greeley, trained by Mitch Friedman. Her rider, Javier Castellano. She was bred in New York by her owner, and it's official. Dollar exacta 1-6, return $55 even. 50-cent trifecta, 165, $90.75. And the 10-cent superfecta, 1653, $158.80. The field for race 2 is coming out onto the track. Quarter-inch bends on numbers 7 and 10. Bends on 7 and 10. Scratch the number 9, Jet Set Juliet. Scratch the 9. Post times in a few minutes. The early pick 4 begins here. Field turns for home. Endless Crusade trying to take them. Gate to wire. Miravilioso down the center of the racetrack. Has dead aim on Endless Crusade. It's down to these two. Endless Crusade trying to see this through. Here comes Miravilioso. And at the 16th pole, Miravilioso runs on by and opens up by 3. It's Miravilioso in her debut. Endless Crusade held second. The Honorable Ruth was third. Eudaimonia checks in fourth. Final time for the 6 furlongs was 1:14 and 1.
3 minutes to post. In the third, quarter-inch bend shoes on 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Bends 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. This third race begins the pick six. Carry over today more than $87,000.
Pick six time here at the Big A on this Thursday. $87,097 carryover. Getting ready to kick off here. The field, the fillies for race 3 still in the paddock. Now let's start with the filly on your screen right now, Baba. She is your 6-5 favorite, deservedly so. Big effort 3 starts back when she was claimed from Michelle Nevin by Michelle Giangiulio. Went down to Parks, did not fare too well, but came back here and ran against $25,000 3-life competition. Fought on the front end, finished a good third, and is just very logical in a spot that, quite frankly, figures some fillies that are a little off form or have been a little erratic as of late. Baba at least brings a little consistency to the table. She has some races at Aqueduct that make her a big player as well. And they say the best hops to drop. This is the lowest claiming price of her career. Even money now on the 8. Baba, a very logical favorite here in race number 3. I don't think it's the kind of race, though, you want to lean when you're playing the pick six. So some other contenders in here, right to Baba's outside. We'll take a look at Danny Deep Cuts. Danny Deep Cuts for trainer Rudy Rodriguez. 2 sloppy track efforts, not that good, but those 3 fast track races, a couple at Saratoga, 1 at beautiful Belmont Park. She ran at the Happy Sophia, went second to her 2 starts back in a 14 beaten race similar to these conditions. And Happy Sophia is on a little bit of a good run this time of year now, a couple of wins, a couple of board finishes as well. Danny Deep Cuts draws outside of Baba for Rudy. Juicy price at 6-1. If you're looking for an alternative to the 6-5 favorite, maybe Danny Deep Cuts is for you. She's ran well on the lead, and she's won from off the pace a couple of times. So that versatility should bode well for her here in race number 3. Guns Blazing, the 6, makes her first start since October 29th for trainer Kelly Breen. John Atfield watches the string here in New York in the winter. Bug rider Jose Gomez works for the Breen stable in the morning. He's going to climb aboard this one. Another one who has some speed, ran well at Monmouth Park this past summer, a 3rd and a 2nd place finish, and now comes here with some speed. We'll see if this filly can find the drop. She ran for 35,000 last time, in for 14 now as the field's coming out on the track. We'll throw it up to Johnny I. Good luck playing the pick six.
On the track for the third race, it'll be run at 6 furlongs, quarter-inch bends, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. The horses have reached the starting gate. Waiting for Baba and Danny Deep Cuts. Set for the start of race. Danny Deep Cuts broke well. Now Guns Blazing moves up along with Baba. Guns Blazing and Baba heads apart for the lead. Danny Deep Cuts sits just off them in third. Dazzling Speed is next in fourth. On the outside is Little Miss Scarlet in fifth. Adeline down at the rail runs in sixth. Then it's Effie Meister in seventh. Just Stay Home is in eighth. Awesome New Year is the trailer. And now Guns Blazing has drawn away here. Guns Blazing has opened up a 4-length lead on the favorite Baba. The quarter went in 22-1. Guns Blazing on top here, midway on the turn. The lead is 3 lengths as Baba gets closer in second. Then it's Dazzling Speed and Danny Deep Cuts. They are right together, third and fourth. And farther back is Little Miss Scarlet in fifth. Adeline is sixth at the top of the stretch. Guns Blazing with the lead, with Baba now moving up on the outside. It is Guns Blazing and Baba, and now the two of them are right together as they come for the 8th pole. Baba on the outside grabs the lead from Guns Blazing. Farther back, Danny Deep Cuts. Little Miss Scarlet is down at the rail. Adeline is on the outside, but it will be Baba at 4-5. Guns Blazing holds on to second. Adeline was third. Number 8, Baba was first. Number 6, Guns Blazing second. Number 1, Adeline was third. Number 7, Little Miss Scarlet finished fourth. Results unofficial. 8-6, 1-7. The time 1 minute 12 and 2/5 seconds. Third race official in the winner's circle, number 8, Baba, 3-year-old bay filly by Uncle Mo, out of Settle in Spite by Spitestown. Baba, owned by 10 Strike Racing, 4 Corners Racing Stable, Broadview Stables, and Corey Mullis Racing. Trained by Michelle Giangiulio. The rider, Kendrick Carmouche. Baba was bred in Kentucky by Woods Lane Farm. The exacta, $5.80. The double, $16.50. Trifecta, $16. The super pays $18.85. And the pick 3, $41.25. Muddy and sealed.
Racetrack Television Network brings you every race from every track.
with a bottom level claimer. We take a look downstairs. The morning line favorite here was Ashar. He's currently 3-1. There he is, getting settled. Harry Rice, one of the longest tenured valets here on the NYRA circuit. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I know they pay me to sit here to tell you, but I don't know what to tell you what happened with Ashar in his last two. As Bonnie Lucas tends, assistant to Wayne Potts, tends to Ashar in the paddock. Beating a combined 72 lengths in his last two starts. They were against the other than allowance condition, and now he drops to the bottom level claimer that we have here, 8,000 in the winter. Source one first off the claim for Wayne just 15 days after he was taken for 20,000 from Todd Pletcher and Ashar. He has some races in the past that make him a tough customer in here. I just don't know if we can find him anymore. He is chilly on the board too at 3-1. He's favored in the double and the pick three, so I'm assuming by post time he will go as the favorite. We'll see how the tote board shakes out. Speaking of the favorite, my top selection in here is the number 5, Noble Thought, who is dropping in from the $10,000 ranks to the 8. Now, ordinarily, I would not make a big deal of this because the 10,000 at the time was the bottom when he ran for this last time, his first dirt start in many moons. But that 10 played like a overnight stakes race, blew it. Twisted Tom have earned about $1.5 million between them in their careers. So he's in now against what I can think and consider to be a much easier bunch of horses. Gustavo Rodriguez horses are all running well. Manny Franco is going to climb aboard. And this horse is supposed to get a lot more pace than he got last time. Blewett was able to walk the proverbial dog on the front end, 50-2, 115-2. Cutting back to the one-turn mile, some more pace in here. I think that's going to help Noble Thought's cause this afternoon. Currently, you're 2-1 favorite. Would not be surprised if him and the Shar flip-flop by post time. Invest ships in from Finger Lakes, just got beat a neck in his most recent start, second off the layoff for Jeffrey Englehart. Took him a while to find his form when he was transferred to Jeffrey, but kind of found it last time. This is a horse who's run well at Aqueduct in the past too. 5 races, 4 second-place finishes. He's run well at the mile as well, and we'll see him dropping in for a tag. This is the first time he's being entered for a tag since he was claimed back in April at Pimlico by his former trainer, Kieran McGee. He has not found the winner's circle since he left the Jose Corrales barn back in April when he was claimed that day, and we'll see. He's a huge price. 13-1, in my opinion, is just way too big a price on the number 8, Invest, who's definitely a player in a wide open race. Number 4, the 6, Flowers for Lisa. There's always pace on when Flowers for Lisa's around, and the proverbial can beat them on memory. Magnetron, who ships back down from Finger Lakes after summering and spending part of his autumn up there with Jonathan Buckley, comes back to Rob Actress. Rob had this horse last winter. This horse kind of flip-flops between Rob and John Buckley. Rob won a race with this horse last winter, a condition claiming race. That's my biggest issue with Magnetron. He's only won condition claiming races. So we'll see if he can rebound. He's on the inside. He gets Kendrick Carmouche. I would imagine they're going to be aggressive from the rail draw with Magnetron, who cuts back to the one turn. He's had some success. He's faced some really tough horses going that one turn as well. And he's back in for a tag for the first time since last January when he got the money for the Actress barn. Interesting way to kick off the late pick 5. Comes your way in a little over 4 minutes.
In the 4th race, quarter-inch bends on 1, 3, 5, and 10. Bends 1, 3, 5, and 10. Once again, the main track muddy and sealed. On the track for race 4, it'll be run at 1 mile. 2 minutes to post. The horses are now approaching the starting gate. Waiting for Playwright and Marble Moon. They're all in. And they're off. A slow start for number 2, a Campai. Ashar away well. Invest is right there. And the two of them heads apart, racing up the chute. Flowers for Lisa and Trapeze Artist, they're heads apart, third and fourth. High Command on the outside runs in fifth. Magnetron is next in sixth. After the slow start, Campai now advances from seventh. And it's Noble Thought running in eighth, followed by Blood Moon in ninth. And Playwright next in 10th. And farther back is a Marble Moon, who trails the field in 11th, the opening quarter mile over the muddy and sealed track in 23 seconds. Ashar leads here by a length. Invest running in second. Campai is down at the rail, and between horses is Trapeze Artist. Flowers for Lisa's on the outside, followed next by a High Command, who is widest of all. Magnetron has now slipped on through and is gaining some ground. The half went in 46 and 3. Ashar is the leader here. It is Ashar in front with Invest and Magnetron right together. Magnetron now takes second. Invest dropping back. Down at the rail, Noble Thought begins to pick it up. There goes Magnetron now up to challenge Ashar for the lead. Magnetron has taken over from Ashar. Noble Thought on the outside is now moved into second. Ashar has dropped back. Then it is High Command as the field comes into the stretch, and it is Magnetron with the lead. Noble Thought is on the outside in second, and running in third is a Playwright as the field comes down for the 16th pole. It is Magnetron, Noble Thought, Playwright in third, a 16th to the finish. Magnetron on the inside, Noble Thought on the outside. The two of them will fight it out to the finish, and it is Noble Thought to win it by a head. Magnetron was second, then Playwright, and farther back, Marble Moon came on for fourth. Number 5, Noble Thought was first. Number 1, Magnetron second. Number 10, Playwright finished third. Number 11, Marble Moon was fourth. The results unofficial. 5-1, 10-11. The time, 1 minute 40 and 1/5 seconds. Number 5 is Noble Thought, an 8-year-old dark bear brown gelding by Harlan's Holiday, out of No Use Denying by Maria's Mom. Noble Thought, owned by Andrew Gurdon and Gustavo Rodriguez, trained by Gustavo Rodriguez. The rider, Manny Franco. Noble Thought was bred in Kentucky by Pin Oak Stud. Fourth race official, the exacta $13.90. The double pays $8.50. The quinella $9.10. Trifecta $34.37. The superfecta pays $74.80. And the pick three, $54.75. Race 5
Tranu ran well in his return to the NYRA circuit. And the two old hard-knocking claimers put on quite a show. We kick off the late pick 5 with the favorite. Noble Thought wound up going off your 5-2 favorite. Turn our attention to race number 5, second half of the card. Late pick 4 time. The maiden's going to go 6 furlongs, second half of the split division of race 2 today. There's your favorite right now. It's the Delta Down shipper, Angie at the office, the number 9, making her first start for trainer Tony Dutrow, who's had a bit of a renaissance this year. Great to see Tony Dutrow, Team D, if you will, get back to their winning ways after a little bit of a quiet run here in New York. This filly ran down at Delta Downs for 20,000. First time out, showed some speed out of the 5 furlong shoot. Tired late, now ships up here. Daughter of Ghost Zappers, tries New York Breds for the first time, and we'll see Javier Castellano get another win on the card. 7-2 right now. I'm not surprised that the favorite's lukewarm at best, as this is a wide open bunch on paper, and it's proving to be so on the tote board as well. One of the other fillies in here that's hit the board at the very least in her career is the number 3 Classic Miss. Started her career with a couple of tries at Saratoga, one on turf, one on dirt. Debut was on the dirt. She ran into November Rain. It was a nice filly for the Kelly Breen barn. We'll see her in a few months. Turf debut was not that good. Back to the main track up at Finger Lakes 6 weeks later. Finished second against Open Company maidens. Now comes here back to the state bred fillies. Drops in for the tag for the first time. We said this earlier about the Engleharts. We'll say it about Rudy Rodriguez as well. They drop these horses and they run these horses where they can win. Mike Rapoli will drop horses to win, and that's what him and Rudy look like they're doing here with Classic Miss, who, based on her last dirt race, would be a player in here, unless one of the firsters can fire, and maybe if one of the firsters fires, it'll be this one, the 7, Kakuti, who is by Japan out of a mare who hasn't produced much. First full, actually. She never won the mare, but this horse's work tab's been okay on paper over at Belmont Park on the training track. It tracks Jose Ortiz for the first time. Horacio De Paz, not a big sample, just 1 for 5 the last couple of years, debuting for a tag, and it was a big price winner. So the ROI is over $10, but again, this horse wouldn't have to be much in her debut to get the job done. A little quiet on the board. Fellow firster, Bistrita, who David Aragona made the morning line favorite, the number 11. They're both on the board at 6-1 right now. So the first is not really attracting an abundance of money. But again, on a wide open tote board, tough to gauge how much money they're actually taking. But this one a little quiet. Looks good. You see a pair of blinkers on her for her debut. Wonder what that means for Kakuti. Is it a behavioral thing? Is it a focus thing? Are they trying to get her on the front end today? We'll see how she handles her debut with those blinkers on. Finally, one more would experience 6 bells on her toes. She dropped in for the tag, 52 back, 40 last time. The blinkers went on last time. She finished behind a couple of Rudy Rodriguez fillies in slow crossing and Jet Set Juliet, who scratched out of the second race today. Showed a little bit more speed. She was a little closer last time. They went slower, but she was a little closer. Those blinkers seemed to help. Problem is she did not finish up well through the lane. She got beat a long way by those 2 Rudy fillies, and we'll see if she can improve now in her second start with blinkers for Charlie Baker. Again, not sure how Herculean of an effort it's going to take to get out of the maiden ranks here in race 5. We kick off the late pick 4. Philly's getting ready to leave the paddock momentarily. Best of luck in the late pick 4.
Race 5 is coming up in 3 minutes. Main track, muddy and sealed. Scratch 2, London Pearl, and 12, credit suspended. Number 13, Lost Anchor, runs with no front shoes. Quarter-inch bends on number 3. Bends number 3. On the track for race 5, it goes at 6 furlongs. 2 minutes to post. The horses are now nearing the starting gate. Waiting for Bells on Her Toes, Bistrita, and Lost Anchor. Set for the start of race 5. And they're off. Kokutai came away in a tangle, is at the back of the pack along with the Pals Ally. Up front, it is Of All the Gin Joints from the inside post, going out for the early lead. Of All the Gin Joints in front as Bistrita now moves up to challenge. Lost Anchor Extreme outside in third, and Angie at the office is alongside. Then comes Classic Miss, who's running in fifth. Miss Empire State next in sixth. Bells on Her Toes is in seventh, followed by Ink Blot in eighth, and a break of almost 4 lengths to Kokutai and Pals Ally. And way back in the field is Kitty Tintin. Quarter in 22 and 4 over the offgoing. Of All the Gin Joints has the lead here with Bistrita. And on the outside, big long shot Lost Anchor. The front three have 4 or 5 lengths on Angie at the office, who's being asked for more in fourth. Classic Miss is down at the rail in between horses. Pals Ally, and on the outside, Miss Empire State. Of All the Gin Joints still there. Of All the Gin Joints has opened up by 3. Then Bistrita and Lost Anchor. First time starter Of All the Gin Joints. She wins here at the Big A in her debut. Photo for second between Bistrita and Lost Anchor. Farther back, Pals Ally completes the superfecta. Number 1 Of All the Gin Joints was first. Number 11, Bistrita, second. Number 13, Lost Anchor, third. Number 5, Pals Ally finished fourth. Results unofficial. 111, 13 and 5. and the time was 1 minute 13 and 4/5 seconds. Number one of all the gin joints, 2-year-old chestnut filly by Central Banker. Out of Casablanca Babe by Horse Chestnut. Of all the gin joints, owned by Deuce Greathouse, trained by Bruce Levine. The rider Kendrick Carmouche, his second win today. Of all the gin joints, was bred in New York by McMahon of Saratoga Thoroughbreds. In race 6 here at Aqueduct, there are no changes. There will be exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double, and pick 3 wagering. Main track is muddy and sealed. Prices up for race 5. The exacta, $78. The double, $37.25. Trifecta, $1,097.50. Superfecta, $6,140.45. Pick 3, $79.75. The pick 4, $329. And the early pick 5, $966.50.
bit of a stumble at the start. Second last time against fellow Pennsylvania breds out at Penn National in 100 grander. She comes in here off of those two stake tries. The last time she faced allowance competition, she won by 10 1/4 lengths. She broke her maiden against against Pennsylvania breds at Parks by 18 lengths. So she has a couple of flashy, gaudy victories on her card. I just don't know if I necessarily trust her. She has backed up buyer figures. They have dropped from that high in her dirt debut back in June and take a steady decline, if you will. She's 5-2. She'll probably be close to the 8-5 come post time, and I think she is one that is vulnerable this afternoon. I really like this filly. I really like Dealing Justice today from my man Ray Handel and Dylan Davis. Dealing Justice almost always runs better second start of her form cycle. She improved off of her debut with an 83, breaking her maiden second time out. She improved off of a 73 with an 80 when she was off of a little bit of a break from Keeneland this spring when she won at Churchill Downs. And now she went 7/8 over a muddy seal track here at the Big A back on November 12th. She ran well. She was part of a pedestrian pace. She alternated on the lead, tired late in the game. Now she cuts back to 6 furlongs. It looks like, to me, that this is her preferred distance. I imagine she's going to be on the lead or just off of Oksana in here today. And I think Dealing Justice comes into this race the right way. I think she's going to run a big race today. Right now, your co-favorite at 5-2. To the far outside in this field of 6, I guess it's not that far out. Bold Confection comes in off a 2-race win streak for trainer John Surface. Kendra Carmouche looking to go back-to-back on the Thursday card. Now, this filly, unlike Oksana, who has seen a steady decline, this filly has been good, especially in her 2 fast-track races. She's improved on the fast track. She won in the slop last time out. She's been on top of paces. She sat just off of paces. A lot of versatility here, and from that outside draw, Kendra Carmouche can play the break. There's not too many guys and gals on horseback better at him than playing the front end and seeing how a pace and a race unfolds. And from that outside draw, he has the best seat in the house. We'll see if Oksana and Dealing Justice hook up, and maybe Bold Confection's the one that sits in the offing. Currently a third choice at 7-2. Finally, Greatest Love, first start off the Robbie Falcone claim. Robbie does a good job overall the last couple of years, just around 25% first off the claim. This filly disappointed last time at 1-2 in a $35,000 beaten race. She came running late in the game, ran a little awkwardly in the stretch. She rode a 2-race win streak into that race from Monmouth Park. But another one who had a little bit of a decline when she went from Monmouth Park back to the Naira Circuit. Her only other race on the circuit was for trainer Tom Amos up at Saratoga. It wasn't that good of an effort back in July on opening week at the Spa. And we'll see if she can take advantage of maybe a little pace in here. If the filly on the outside takes advantage
In race 6, no bends, no bends. Main track is still muddy and sealed. The 6th race offers exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double, and pick 3 wagering, and currently 5 minutes to post. On the track for the 6th race, it'll be run at 6 furlongs. Post time in 2 minutes. The horses have now reached the starting gate. Waiting for Royal Megan and Bold Confection. There in the gate. And they're off. Dealing Justice out first. Oksana down at the rail, now up to challenge. So it's Oksana and Dealing Justice heads apart. Oksana puts her head in front. Dealing Justice runs in second with Bold Confection next in third. To her inside is Easy to Bless next in fourth. Greatest Love is in fifth, and Royal Megan. Oksana leads here by a full length over Dealing Justice. The opening quarter mile, 22 3/5 seconds as the field goes into the far turn. Oksana is the leader, now clear by a length and a half. Dealing Justice runs in second. Bold Confection is on the outside next in third. Then Easy to Bless down at the rail in fourth. At the back, Royal Megan and Greatest Love. Oksana leads as they come for the quarter pole. Bold Confection up on the outside. The half in 46 3. Down at the rail is Easy to Bless, who looks to get off the inside. Oksana's holding on to the lead. Easy to Bless, Bold Confection. They are right together as they come down for the 16th pole. Oksana trying to go wire to wire here. Bold Confection, Easy to Bless, both of them giving chase, but it will be Oksana in a front-running score here. Very close for second between Easy to Bless and Bold Confection. Dealing Justice was fourth. Number 2, Oksana was first. Number 1, Easy to Bless second. Number 6, Bold Confection finished third. Number 3, Dealing Justice was fourth. The results unofficial. 2-1, 6-3. 6 furlongs in 1 minute 12 and 1/5 seconds. Number 2 is Oksana, a 3-year-old Dark Bear Brown filly by Uptown Charlie Brown. Out of It's My Town by Cowtown Cat. Oksana is owned by T&J Stable, trained by Tim Hills. The rider, Trevor McCarthy. Oksana was bred in Pennsylvania by Uptown Charlie Brown Stud. Sixth race exacta, $15.70. The double pays $23.80. Trifecta, $33.62. Superfecta, $17.30. And the pick 3, $108.50. Seventh race, no changes. We have exacta, trifecta, superfecta, and double wagering.
today, and despite being out, broke from the gate by dealing justice. Trevor's aggression got Oksana to the lead and got them a victory. The W here in South Ozone Park, Queens. They'll take it back down to the Mid-Atlantic, taking our feature 9-5 when all was said and done. Oksana, pretty good price if you liked the winner. Late double time here at the Big A. 25, 2 life claimers. Raven Rocks. Your lukewarm 5-2 favorite right now for Jeremiah Engelhart and Kendra Carmouche. Finished third up at Finger Lakes off of a February layoff last time back on October 19th. So from a long layoff to about a 6.5 week break. Broke slowly. Second time in a row, the source was off a little bit slow. Both starts with blinkers. And an effort similar to the one 2-back, 3-back, 4-back is going to put this field in serious jeopardy of getting a win. Raven Rocks, who has that race off the bench, in for a tag for the first time in his career, son of Into Mischief. He looks the part here. 5-2 right now. I would imagine that price is a little bit shorter by the time the man says go here for race number 7. The gray, Hanger 1, brings a little interesting that he's taken so much money. 7-2, I think, is a little bit of a short price on this horse. But he does bring a little consistency to the table. If you look at his buyer speed figures, his last races on dirt, they're all in the mid-60s, and any kind of mid-60 effort will put him right there today. He didn't have the best of beginnings last time. He got himself involved in a stretch battle that saw him on the wrong end of it, in a 3-way stretch battle. That saw him on the wrong end of it, but he stayed on nicely that day. He always seems to show up on the dirt. He just doesn't win a lot of races, and that can be said for all of these in the 2 life condition. But he's 1 for 20 with 5 thirds in his career, and he's lost a handful of close decisions. That was his first start off the claim for Greg DePrima last time. Keeps him at the quarter level. We'll see if he can improve off that effort. If he does, he'll be right there today. Right now, he's your second choice at 7-2. Ricky's Revenge broke his maiden last time out in his 4th career start, while sitting just off of the slow early pace. Got the job done. He's improved in his last 3 starts, last 3 with blinkers, and be curious to see what kind of trip Dylan Davis works out for Ricky's Revenge. There are some others in here that appear faster than him, but his best work was last time when he wasn't too far from the pace. We'll see how fast they go early and how close Ricky's Revenge is to what should be a dawdling pace. When you break your tag for a maiden, the quote-unquote rule is to cut in half when you go to the winners for the first time. We don't have that lower level here, but I handle doing the right thing, running this horse for a step lower, at least on the claiming ranks, and this horse taking some money at 5-1. I thought he was a little interesting at a little bit of a price in here. Number 4, Ricky's Revenge. Finally, another one I thought at a bit of a bigger price. In fact, this horse is the second longest shot on the board. The number 2, Magnificent Chrome. It's very hard to find consistency at these conditioned claiming levels. And I know 2 starts doesn't necessarily mean that there's consistency, but he's been pretty good in his last 2 starts. You could argue that maybe he moved the touch too soon. 2 starts back at Belmont. Last time out, 10-pound bug rider Alyssa Morrison, who's back aboard today, gave this horse a good ride and got second place to Papa Smooth. I feel like Papa Smooth, Maddie's Marauder, maybe a little bit better than the rest of these. If Raven Rock shows up, that's a different story. But I don't know. I felt like this horse ran against a decent bunch last time out, despite the fact that it was for 16. And we'll see if this quarter race proves to be too much, or if it brings a little value. Right now, 10-1 on Magnificent Chrome. I think that's a really good price. Certainly a horse. If you're playing this race vertically, exactas, trifectas, when you want to get in there. Riders up. They're heading out to the track. Good luck in the late double.
1 minute. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Waiting for Ricky's Revenge and Litterbox. They're all in. And they're off. Taking back shortly after the start, the favorite, number 5, Raven Rocks, who was last at this point. Litterbox from the extreme outside was out well. The gray Hanger 1 is right there, along with Brunate, Magnificent Chrome, Black Irish down at the rail. So it's 5 of them heads apart for the early lead. They've got 2.5 lengths on Flipping Fun, who runs in 6th. Ricky's Revenge is next in 7th. Raven Rocks has now moved up a spot. Trailing the field is Ernie Banker in 9th. The quarter, 22 and 4/5 seconds. 3-pronged battle up front. Black Irish at the rail. Magnificent Chrome in between horses. Hanger 1 is on the outside. The front 3 have 2 lengths now on Litterbox in 4th. Raven Rocks continues to advance down towards the rail. Magnificent Chrome now takes a narrow lead over Black Irish, with Raven Rocks towards the rail taking 3rd. Hanger 1 now back in 4th. And then comes Ernie Banker into the stretch, the half in 46 and 3. Magnificent Chrome way out in the middle of the track. Raven Rocks comes on through now. Ernie Banker to the outside as the field comes down for the 16th pole. It's Magnificent Chrome, Raven Rocks on the inside, Ernie Banker on the outside. The 3 of them are right together as they come on for the finish, and it's going to be Raven Rocks. Kendrick Carmouche picks up his 3rd win today. Number 5, Raven Rocks was first. Number 6, Ernie Banker second. Number 2, Magnificent Chrome third. And number 3, Hanger 1 was fourth. The results unofficial. 5-6-2-3. Time of the race, 1 minute 19 and 1/5 seconds. Returning now, number 5, Raven Rocks, 4-year-old bay colt by Into Mischief. Out of Kimono by Bernardini. Raven Rocks, owned by Peter Lydell, trained by Jeremiah Engelhart. The jockey Kendrick Carmouche, his 3rd win today. Raven Rocks was bred in New York by Woodford Thoroughbreds. Seventh race official, the exacta, $14.80. The double, 2-5, $7.50. Trifecta, $42.37. The superfecta, $40.50. Pick 3 pays $67.75. And the Grand Slam, $32.50. In the
adding blinkers for the first time. Returned, caught a muddy seal track, and set the pace last time before tiring late. See if she improves second off the layoff for Charlie Baker and Jose Ortiz, who's not only sticking around to ride this filly, but he'll be here all winter long at the Big A. At least that's the plan. Your 5-2 favorite right now is the number 7 Towering Orbit. She's also
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 8, the starting leg of today's late pick 3. 5-2 favorite, number 10, Queen Macha, Luis Saez. Just waiting for the gray daughter of Keen Ice, Queen Macha, to complete the line. Queen Macha is ready. They're at the post. And they're off. From the inside, Empresselli was away quickly. Down at the rail, moving up between horses, and Peg's AK Girl. Also into the top flight is Ice Cold Gold. Far outside, Queen Macha tries to angle over while 5 wide. And the run around the first turn, Empresselli has rail position and the lead. She leads a length and a quarter from Ice Cold Gold, who races in second. Peg's AK Girl is now third, with Queen Macha to the outside fourth. Followed fifth by Running Legacy, together with Magic Light. A gap of another 2 to Novel Idea. Down at the rail goes Super Duper Ready. And the early trailer is Amunet. To the backstretch they go. The opening quarter was 24 seconds flat. And AK Girl, a gap of 3 to Magic Light, together with Running Legacy. They're a length and a half in front of Novel Idea, with Super Duper Ready along the rail, and Amunet is still at the back. 48-3 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on onto the far turn. Ice Cold Gold and Zayas turning up the heat to take the lead from Empresselli. Queen Macha goes with her. Fourth, Peg's AK Girl. From the back, it's Novel Idea when Magic Light trying to rally. Down at the fence and Running Legacy. Amunet is underway, dropping to last. Super Duper Ready. Nothing decided yet with a quarter of a mile remaining. Up front, Ice Cold Gold made first run and has the lead through 3/4. In 1:13.3, they fan across the course. On the far outside, Novel Idea charging hard and bursting from between Running Legacy. Running Legacy takes the lead. Novel Idea runs at her on the outside. Up front, Running Legacy has a kick, and she's in front. Queen Macha battles with Novel Idea for second. Running Legacy well handled to win it. Second to Novel Idea, third to Queen Macha in 1:43.1.
5, 6, and 10. Bends 2, 5, 6, and 10. One minute to post. 1 minute. The horses are nearing the starting gate. Waiting for Mosienko and Cinderella's Cause. All in for race 8. And they're off. It's Towering Orbit and Chasing Kara, and Quantitative Reason is on the outside, a close-up third. Then Mosienko racing in fourth. In between horses, Color Chart in fifth. Down at the rail is My Girl Annie in sixth. Behind the Couch runs in seventh. Far outside, Cinderella's Cause is in eighth. And then it's Cheatham Hill in ninth. Trailing the field is OK Honey in 10th. The leader is Towering Orbit through a quarter in 22 and 4. Right behind, Quantitative Reason, second now by a head. Chasing Kara down at the rail and steadying there. Chasing Kara had to steady. Cinderella's Cause has moved up on the outside. Then it's the duo of Cheatham Hill and Behind the Couch, followed by Mozienko in 7th. The leader is Chasing Kara, who leads here by 3/4 of a length. Towering Orbit runs in 2nd, far outside Cinderella's Cause. Quantitative Breezin', and towards the inside is Behind the Couch, the half one in 47-1. They're all still chasing Kara, who leads here by 2 lengths. Towering Orbit is all out in 2nd. Mozienko down towards the rail. On the outside, Behind the Couch and Cinderella's Cause. It is Chasing Kara who has the lead. Towering Orbit, one last try on the outside as they come for the finish. Then Mozienko. It is Chasing Kara, the winner here. Looked like Mozienko got up for 2nd over Towering Orbit. Number 4, Chasing Kara was 1st. Number 5, Mozienko 2nd. Number 7, Towering Orbit finished 3rd, and number 9, Behind the Couch, was 4th. Results unofficial. 4-5-7-9. The time 1 minute 19 and 1/5 seconds. Number 4 is Chasing Kara, a 3-year-old bay filly by Broken Vow, out of Wicked Beauty by Vindication. Chasing Kara, owned by Richard Greeley, his 2nd win today. Trained by Mitch Friedman, his 2nd win. The winning rider here, Dylan Davis. Chasing Kara was bred in New York by the owner. It's official. Eighth race exacta, $41. The double pays $11.30. Trifecta, $111.37. Superfecta, $105.10. The pick 3, $27. The pick 4, $152.50. Pick 5, $685.75. The pick 6 was hit, 6 of 6, $2,595. 5 of 6, $23.50. Racing resumes tomorrow here at Aqueduct. We'll have 8